don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you!
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Magic Square MSB11. This is their Overlord or their Motormaster for their combiner. So, one thing I have to point out right off the bat, if you look, let's zoom in, here's Motormaster down here, and here's his accessories. I believe mine was packaged upside down. It's a small thing, but it is something I was going to notice. And just point out to you all. So here's the front of the box, here's the back of the box, sides, bottom. So I have not cut the tape on this, I haven't looked at it at all, just pulled it out of the box, the shipping box. So let's open this up here and see what we got. Yeah, I'm relatively certain that was just upside down. Alright, let's get the box out of the way. Take us a look at what we get here. So there were a lot of pieces just kind of floating around in the packaging, and I think that's because this right here has come loose. So, I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. But it is what it is, and we can fuss about it or we can not. So, let's zoom in here just a tinge so we can see. Here is the Motormaster head. I'm sorry, the, what is his name? What do they call him when he's combined? Crap, the word escapes me right now. Excuse me, Menasor. But here's the head, and as you can see, it's pretty nice. This reminds me more of an IDW Menasor than anything else. And I don't know if you saw it, but the head just pops in here like this. This would suggest, at least to me, that they're going to do an alternative head for him at some point. Maybe a more G1-esque head. I don't know. We also get this piece right here, which I'm concluding is probably a crotch plate. Then we get this piece, which I'm concluding is a chest plate. And then we get this piece right here, which, sorry folks, looking at it, it looks like, man, I'm just not doing so well. It looks like this is going to come up to a ball joint, and this will just come on top of it, making his head like this. Yeah. In addition, that was what fell out of the bag. We get the directions, and we get a little card with it. So, yeah. Turning to this, we get a Menasor sword, combined mode sword, which is measuring in at approximately 7 inches. Width-wise, we're looking at about 2. And it's a nice looking sword. It has some hollow bits in it, but they've painted them, and it does make a world of difference when they do that. Hasbro could learn something from this. We get a Menasor gun. Again, it's got some waffling in it, which is surprising to me. I don't remember having a lot of waffling in Magic Square stuff, but maybe there is, and I just don't remember. The gun's measuring in at about 4 3/4 by about 1 3/4 inches. Not a bad looking little gun. It's got the typical Masterpiece palm in the hand thing going on there. Motormaster has his own little sword here, and it's measuring in at 2 3/4. He also has a gun, which is measuring in at 2 1/4. And it's just a typical little pistol. It does not have the palm in the hand. It goes in with a little circular port. I don't know if that's 3mm or what. We get a little cab right here. I may have to transform Nemesis to see exactly how he compares to this. He's the new king of the road, second only to me. That's right, you know it. Nemesis, get off the screen. Damn it. So we get this, and the cab's measuring in at approximately 3 1/4. The widest part here is the wheels by about 1.5 inches. It's going to stand about an inch and, I don't know, a quarter, approximately. It's a good looking little cab. Why don't we zoom in here so we can see it? I think it looks a little bit better than yours, Nemesis. Shut up! We've got the painted headlights outlined in chrome. That's really nice. This isn't, I'm sorry, this is not chrome, this is gunmetal. Gunmetal. The purple is very nice on this. Come around, we've even got a little paint app there. Smokestacks are painted. There's his chest, so I'd say his transformation is probably going to be extremely simple. We'll see. We'll examine it. And lastly, we come to this right here, which is the trailer. The trailer measures in at approximately 7 inches by 2.5 by 1 3/4 inches. And it's a nice looking little trailer. This thing's going to look really nice when we put a Decepticon symbol, say, right here at this joint. I think it'll work really nice. Yeah, here it is from the underside. You can see part of the chest where the chest piece is going to go. Yeah, I think this is pretty nice. Here it is from the back. I am kind of surprised the back is not covered up, and maybe there's a way to utilize this piece, you know, just to cover the back up or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We have time. So that's everything that was in the packaging. I will put everything together and we'll go from there. So I've gone ahead and, you know, put him together, and there's a little clip right here. I'm going to zoom in, hopefully you all can see this. It's right here. It's just a little nubbin that goes into the chest right here, and it just goes in right like this, and you get this much turnaround for it. It's not bad. Now, I said I would compare him to Nemesis, and here it is with the DX9 version, and it is considerably bigger than the DX9 War and Pocket one. And here's Nemesis all transformed up. Nemesis, what have you done here? You wait. Nemesis is having a little cab envy. Shut up! Oh, here you are, Nemesis. Wait, no. Damn it. So here's Nemesis in the true Nemesis in his cab mode compared to these guys. And I mean, the best comparison I could probably give you is like this. So they're about the same size lengthwise. Motormaster has him on width by just a little bit, and yeah, they're pretty close. Yeah, trying to pull a fast one on me. I see how you are. All right, won't we do some scale comparison here with Motormaster, and we will then transform him into robot mode. Alright, so we're going to transform this thing. And to start with, we're going to separate the cab, and we're going to focus here on Old Motormaster. So I'm going to zoom in here to where we can see, and as you can tell, I've already added a couple of stickers to it. Alright, so one of the first things we want to do is disassemble the cab. So come here and take these and just kind of get them out of the way, kind of like this. Lift this section up, and as you can see, it'll bring the whole backwards. Separate this like this. Now this tab is going to plug into this port right here. Open this up because it plugs in right here, if y'all can see that. And then just bring the foot up and it'll go ahead and snap into place. So open that up, bring your foot up, and it will snap into place, just like this. Now, let's see what we need to do. Open up this, open this up like this, rotate this around the other way. It's got to stop, and it'll make it look like this. See the difference here? Okay. And as you can see, we've got a false cab front. Bring it forward, it's on a hinge, rotate it around, bring it down, bring that up, and here you have what it looks like there. Bring this around, this will tab in right here, and then just swing this around, and that is a leg all done. We'll do this again. Separate it this way. We can go ahead if we want it this time and pull this piece right here out, bring it down, rotate this round, bring this back in, rotate up, pull this in, and there are two legs all done. Now let's work on the top part here. One of the first things we're going to want to do is rotate this part around to the back. We can pull this out, pull these down like this. Excuse me. Open these up. These plug together right here, both sides. Pull up your hand, cover down your flap. Pull down your hand, cover down your flap. Right here is Motormaster's head. It just comes up. Now, rotate this round, rotate this round. These things right here fold up, rotate them, and bring them in. If you just fold them up, you won't have the clearance that you want. So fold them up, rotate them, bring them in. Also, you have to rotate them so that these little pins right here will go into those little holes. This appears to be the most challenging part of this, because this is loose, these things right here are loose, and you got to kind of eyeball it as far as where it's supposed to go, and just kind of hope and pray and get the light just right. It will go in, as you can see. That sounds like a Dr. Seuss thing. It will go in, as you can see. Have some patience for you and me. He runs around and round and round. Where he stops, he can't be found. Trying to get the tab in the slot, I have to tell you, I hate it quite a lot. Eventually you can get it there, and you won't have to lose your hair. And here is Motormaster in his robot mode. And let's see here, in this, he's standing approximately 4.5 inches high, shoulder to shoulder. We're looking at about 2 inches. Depth wise, about 1.5 inches. Alright, articulation, the head can go all the way around. No up, down, back, or forth. The arms have this reverse butterfly joint right here just because of the way that they're made. So yeah, he can reach all the way across his chest if you so desire. I'll zoom in just a tinge here. Ball joints, so he can go all the way around and up that far. So he can go whee. Okay. Elbows, double hinged here because we've got an elbow piece, and he gets a great range out of that. The wrist can rotate all the way around, no in or out. Well, I mean, I guess you could move this flap and make it go down, but do you really want to? He has an ab crunch, so that's nice. And if you really want to, you can have that look going. This is a single piece hip skirt to allow for full Chinese splits, and the T-jointed ball joints give you full American splits as well. I had somebody tell me I wasn't supposed to say American and Chinese splits. I was raised with it. That's what I'm going with. Ball joint, the thigh rotation is built around the universal joint. Knees, double jointed, gets you more than 90 degrees. The feet, here we get a very good rocker. In fact, he can do the full Chinese splits with the rocker. Okay, it doesn't really go down, but you could get a little bit up. And that's this guy transformed. Alright, why don't we do scale comparison, and then we'll focus on the trailer and see what we can do with it. Alright, so transforming the trailer here, I have to tell you, there are some issues. Yeah, there are some issues. Alright, so one of the first things we do is we unhook this, and it just unpegs. It's pegged in here a couple places. Bring this up and separate it. Come here, and you can see the peg. Separate that on both sides, like that. Let me pull these out. Go ahead and open these up, and that's going to fall off on mine because it hates me. Go ahead and unpeg it here. Alright. Now you can pull this up, and you can kind of see how it kind of explodes. Now we need to separate all of this to be able to get to the legs. Now, this is plugged in here at a series of plugs, so just unplug it and pull it up. This will come down, this will come over, and the feet will attach with a pin and a port system right here, just like that. Now, this part is going to fold down. This part is going to rotate around. You can see how this is going to line up here. So just get it into place where it belongs, like that. Same thing here on this side. Just kind of get that out of the way. Bring this in. I haven't found a use for this yet. I'm not sure exactly what it is. And the directions weren't really all that clear about it, so I just kind of fold it under. You would think that it would attach here like this and help keep everything lined up. It really doesn't like doing that. Go. And you, like I said, you would think that this would come in and do that, but it doesn't. This comes around and comes in, and this is how you make one of the feet. Straighten the leg so that it makes good anatomical sense, and that's how that works. Now, these right here, these pins, correspond to parts on the robot. We have 2 holes right here and 2 holes right here, and theoretically it'll bolt on like that. So that's how that works on both legs. Now I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but that's how that's going to work. So separate this. One thing I have to say, these were backwards. I had 2 on the same side, meaning I had 2 that had the post and 2 that had, on the other foot, 2 that had the hole, the port. So that's a quality control thing. Just goes in like that. This comes around and over. That comes up like that. This right here is going to rotate around, and this is going to need to come in like this so that it will line up right here, here, and here, like that. This one comes in, around and down. We do the same thing here. Pop that in, and that one right there. And then again, the thing comes in, and this time it's right here and right here that they go in. And it holds well enough, I guess. So, let's turn our attention to the top here. And this piece comes off. We'll need it on the other side here in a few minutes. Let's see. This one right here comes up. This one right here comes up. Alright, we can almost split it. There are 2 clips. There's one right in here, one right in here, and they're not just straight clips. They got a lip to them, so you got to get in here and get it out, and it's not the easiest thing. Can you see that right there? That little hook. You got to wiggle it until it comes loose, and it's not. I gotta tell you, it's not the best feeling in the world to do. Can be done, but it doesn't like it. Alright, so let's focus on one of the arms. That's going to pop off. Usually that pops off. So what we have to do here, if I remember correctly, is we have to rotate this bit around all of this other stuff so that it comes up like this, if I remember correctly. And as far as your arm goes, well, pull down your hand and just open it up. Rotate it until the elbow works. Put it back in place here, and this will come down, and I think it just kind of rests right there like that. I think this comes up. This bit on both sides of the chest comes out. Let's get that out of the way for now. So we're at the point where we can open up these flaps on the side here and rotate the legs up and around so that they make, you know, what they're supposed to here. Now, let me see. Part of the issue we have is right here. These things, I can never remember what to do with those. Regardless, this comes down, hand comes out. And you just disconnect it, open that up, rotate this around so that it does what it should do, and then it's going to come up, it's going to come around, this will come down, this will work like this. This right here will come around. Am I doing this wrong? Yeah, gotta do this first. Pop this piece up, and that'll come around like that, which is what I did not do on this one. There we go. Now, the head will come down like this, rotate around, this will come up. This right here is supposed to come in here some way, if I remember right. But dogged if I see where it is now. Nope, I'm telling you wrong. This plugs in right here and becomes one of the hip skirts. And this comes down and becomes a hip skirt. This other one should also come down, at least theoretically, and become a hip skirt. And that folds in, and this one folds in as well. This comes down like this. We'll put those like that. Alright. Now, as you can see, we have a port and a peg, and there's a peg that will plug into the chest right here. So this will come down, plug in, and here is your side all done. Same thing over here, this will plug in, theoretically. This will come over, plug in there, this will come over, plug in there. There we go. There we go. Alright. And here is Minosaur, such as it is in robot mode. Raise up the camera. Alright. In this mode, to the top of the head He's standing about to the tip of the ear, about 10 inches. Shoulder to shoulder right now for the frame is about 3.5. Depth wise, the feet will be about 2 inches. I remind you folks, this was not a cheap figure. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And I, for one, am quite displeased at the level of quality and care that has gone into this. This might be the best thing in anybody's collection. I gotta tell you, it's not the best thing in mine. Okay. This was hooked in with a little pin right there, and it just fell off. It just fell off, and I haven't been able to find it. It was quite unfortunate that happened. Alright, now the cab here is going to have to go in here some way, and I haven't figured out exactly how to yet with the directions. I mean, we know it's going to come in and sit. The cab here can't really go up. We can rotate this, but I don't really see the point in that. This will come down. Tell you what, why don't I see if I can figure this bad boy out. And yeah, actually that might be it right there. That might be it. It's got decent heft to it. Alright, I'll do a quick scale comparison in this mode, and then we'll go into final thoughts. Final thoughts wise, this thing's really a mixed bag for me. The playability, before we get any further, if you've noticed, I've swapped him out for his IDW head, his IDW chest, and thighs. So, yeah, we've swapped that out. The playability, things fall off of it. It is problematic. To be polite, it is problematic. The materials, they're not the greatest plastic I've ever felt. I've got stress marks on mine in various different places with the joints and the pins. The Motormaster figure seems fine. The trailer conversion into Minosaur is the primary problem. The cost. This thing was $135. No way. Look, for $135, we should have something that is primarily already completed, that is good, that is... look, we're not getting a masterpiece scaled figure here. We are getting a 9-inch... Well, look, he scales with Optimus and Megatron in this mode. But we're not buying him for the masterpiece mode. He's not planning on going on a masterpiece shelf. He is supposed to be legend scaled for a reason. So what we're doing is we're buying this figure with the intention of it scaling properly with a Legends figure. And for the most part, I mean, I can kind of see that. I can. He's larger than the Iron... I think he's larger than the Iron Factory one. I'll have to check. But it's cost prohibitive. There is no way this is worth $135. Not with the quality control I've had. Where I had 2 of the feet flip-flopped, where it was upside down in the packaging, with the stress marks that I have. No. No. If Motormaster is a $40 figure, and I don't know, I'm just saying, there is no way that trailer is worth $95. No, it is not. If this was my first Transformer, I'd be interested, but I don't know if I could justify buying any more. It's just not good. There is an argument to be made for rushing something out the door. If they had spent a little bit more time preparing this, getting it ready, then I think it would probably be fine. But I can't recommend it. I'm sorry, I know there's going to be somebody out there pitching a fit. I can't recommend it. It is not good enough for the price point. If I had to assign a personal worth value to this thing, if I'm being honest, about $60. I would expect it to do what it does with the quality that it has for about $60. And that's with Motormaster. I'm sorry folks, I want to like this thing, but I'm doing my level best to be as honest and fair with you all as I can be. This is Tom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you... Oops. That's his IDW Crotch Plate, so I'll see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Excuse me, do you have any vitamin, John?
Yes. That's what we sell here.
How much is it?
First one's free.
Can I just grab one?
Sure.
Num 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 num.
Poof! Wow, that's good stuff. Another satisfied customer of Vitamin John. Who are you talking to? Operators are standing by. Seriously, who are you talking to? Call now! So, like, I'm getting extra money because Tom wrote a book, and he wants you all to buy it, and I get, you know, contract money for this. So, the name of the book is The Jin Chronicles Volume 1 Growth. It's part 1 of a trilogy. It's available on Amazon. Go read it. It's like only $5. Go read it. Buy it. And junk. I'm out of here.